So I was chatting with a friend of mine the other day, and he was asking me how to get himself noticed online to help with business development. You see, he's a recruiter, and he admitted that he's been lax on his business development over the years. He's relied on his existing book of referrals and everything like that. And the thing is, though, the competition has amped up over the last little while, and now he needs a boost to help get in front of more prospects. Hi there, it's Adrian from Numero Uno Web Solutions. And if you're like my friend and you want to stand out in today's crowded market, being skilled isn't enough. You need to position yourself as an authority. Becoming the go-to expert in your field doesn't just magically happen. It takes a clear strategy, it takes consistency, and most importantly, it takes creating content that delivers real value to your audience. So I gave my friend some advice on how he could start positioning himself as an expert and why creating content through blogs or social media is an essential to becoming the recognized leader in his field. I broke it down in a 5-step action plan, which I'm going to reveal in a minute. And step 4 is one of the most important steps because it's the one that prevents a lot of business owners from becoming content creators. So let's go. Okay, so first, before I get into the 5 steps, why positioning yourself as an expert matters. When people see you as an expert, a lot of doors open. It builds trust with clients. It attracts partnerships, and it even opens up opportunities like speaking gigs or media features. Plus, being viewed as an authority lets you charge more for your services, and it gives you complete control over how people perceive your personal brand, because now you're not just any old solution, you're considered the premier solution in the market. So think of it this way. If you don't deliberately shape your narrative, the market will shape it for you, and you might not like the story it has to tell. So positioning yourself as the go-to expert puts you in the driver's seat. So here are the 5 steps to becoming that go-to expert. Step number 1, get laser focused on your expertise. Before you share anything, you have to know exactly what you want to be known for. What's your niche? What specific problems do you solve? And who are you solving them for? So for example, if you're a recruiter like my friend, you don't just say, I help companies hire people. Instead, get specific. Like, I help companies find the perfect candidates for their specific industry jobs without having to do the hard work of searching and vetting. The more targeted you are, the easier it is for others to remember and refer you. Step number 2, start a blog. And seriously, do it. It works. Look, a blog is like your digital HQ. It's not like social media. You actually own it. So nobody's going to, share it or anything like that. It's not going to go viral. But it is searchable. And the content you create can work for you for years. In fact, content that was created so many years ago, where people were doing SEO, is now working with AI. AI is picking up all the stuff that companies are doing 4 years ago, 3 years ago, because it's got authority and because it's got relevancy. And now AI is picking it up as a featured snippet. So here's how to use blogging to build your credibility. Aim to post weekly or bi-weekly. Your posts don't have to be essays, but they should provide real value. So think about 1,000 to 1,500 words. Focus on how-to guides, case studies, or expert insights that showcase your expertise. So for example, my friend told me that he sent 6 qualified candidates to one of his clients and that all 6 were so good, his client had a difficult time choosing. That's the kind of boasting you need to do in your case study to help position yourself as an expert. Optimize everything for SEO so your content is easy to find through search engines. So think Google EEAT. That's experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And like I said earlier, if you were writing for Google EEAT 2-3 years ago and it was good, chances are it's being shown now through the AI search snippets on Google, those 0-click search results. And always end with a clear call to action, like signing up for a newsletter or scheduling a consultation. So for example, if you're a fitness trainer, you could write posts like 5 common mistakes beginners make with strength training, or what to eat before and after workout. These establish you as someone who knows their stuff while giving your audience actionable value. Okay, step number 3, show up consistently on social media. Social media is where your audience hangs out, which means it's where you need to be too. So you choose 1 or 2 platforms that align with your target audience. So for example, if you're in B2B, start with LinkedIn, while small business owners in the B2C space might favor Instagram or TikTok. The key is to pick platforms where your audience is already spending their time. And if you're not sure what to post, here's some ideas that work. Share quick tips or actionable frameworks your audience can apply right away. Highlight behind the scenes moments in your business. People love seeing the human side of a brand. Share client wins or testimonials to show proof of your expertise, like that case study I mentioned earlier. And experiment with video content like short reels or stories. Look, you don't need to go viral to be effective. What matters most is showing up consistently. So when someone needs what you offer, they're going to think of you first. Okay, step 4, be realistic about time investment. Content creation is essential, but it does take time. As someone who's heavily invested in content creation myself, I know how much time and effort that goes into it. And this is the step that I mentioned off the top that prevents a lot of people from becoming content creators because they think it's so daunting that they'll never be able to do it. But here's a realistic breakdown of what you might need to spend in a typical week. So if you're writing a blog post, it might take you about 2 hours. Creating 3 to 5 social media posts, another 2 hours. Responding to comments and DMs to help build engagement with your audience, that's about an hour. And repurposing old content for new platforms. So for example, turning a blog post into a LinkedIn article or a video might take an hour. And speaking of videos, doing a video like this is about a 2-hour job when you factor in script writing, recording, the editing, and the posting. So that's about 8 hours a week. And it might sound like a big time commitment, but if you put some of the time in now, the payoff in visibility, the payoff in inbound leads and brand recognition is going to be so worth it. So over time, you can also batch these tasks for efficiency. You can outsource parts of the process like design or editing. Now, before I get to the 5th and final step, remember, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for great digital marketing and business building advice. Okay, step number 5, repurpose your content to work smarter, not harder. Creating content doesn't mean starting from scratch every time. You can stretch one strong piece of content across multiple platforms. So for instance, rewrite a blog into a LinkedIn post. Turn it into an Instagram carousel for an infographic. Use it as a script for a YouTube video or podcast episode, or repurpose it into a short, digestible newsletter. So what this does is this multiplies your output without multiplying your effort and ensures maximum visibility for your expertise. Okay, so at the end of the day, being seen as an expert isn't just about what you know. It's about making that knowledge visible to the right people. Creating consistent, value-driven content is how you position yourself as the go-to authority in your industry to attract your ideal audience and to unlock new opportunities. Look, you don't need to do everything at once. If it seems like it's a lot, just start small. Choose one platform, write one blog, maybe record one short video and take that first step. And once you begin showing up consistently, the momentum will build and so will your status as a recognized expert in your field. And of course, if you need help, feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is in the video description below, and I'm always happy to help. Oh, and speaking of help, if you're looking for more inspiration for content ideas for your business, then watch this video.